Hi, welcome to Minnesota Music Mom. I'm Karen Davis. Today I'd like to play a song out of a book I haven't played out of yet. It's called Suddenly Sunday, Easy Organ Music for Worship by Lorenz Publishing, and it's compiled by Eugene McCluskey. The song I'd like to play is Praise to the Lord. It's 3 pages long with 1 sharp. And after the song, I just want to say a few comments about the setting that I chose for this. All right, made a few mistakes in there. That's all right. Praise to the Lord, 3 pages long with 1 sharp. So let's see, let me go ahead, I can show you the last page. All right, and that is from the book, Suddenly Sunday, Easy Organ Music for Worship by Lorenz Publishing, compiled by Eugene McCluskey. Here I can show you the table of contents. You can see the other songs in here. All right, now I just wanted to mention about the setting. The only thing I want to mention about the setting on this book is that I use tremolo, and some people maybe wouldn't have done that on this type of song. The reason I'm mentioning that is because I am part of a variety of organist Facebook groups, and so is my son, who is manager of this of my Minnesota Music Mom YouTube channel. And my son likes to share my videos on some of the organist Facebook groups. Other people share their videos on the organist Facebook groups as well. And so there was one, it was the Easter hymns that he shared, where actually there were quite a few derogatory comments about that video. You know, the organ wasn't in its tip-top shape. It needed a little work. And some people just really just couldn't bear to listen to that video because the organ just sounded so terrible. It's interesting because other people said how much they enjoyed listening to the hymns, and so that just goes to show you the differences of opinions and what your ear picks up. So one of the comments that was, I took it as derogatory, was the person said, "Oh, this lady must like tremolo." It's like, yeah, I do like tremolo actually. I use tremolo for a variety of songs where other people maybe wouldn't, but that is my personal preference, and everyone has their personal preference and their own opinion of how to play. And so I'm bringing this up to help those people out there, musicians, who maybe have some self-confidence issues. I know I've talked about this before in other videos, but I wanted to mention it again because I have been there where you are. I have been not comfortable in my own skin. I have been not comfortable with how I have it set, how I play, the mistakes I make, worried about what other people say. I'm past that now. And I want to help those of you who are still in that mode to get past it, because it'll just eat you up alive. And I don't want that to happen to you. Now, let's go back to tremolo for a moment. I don't use tremolo for hymns. However, we have always on this organ, all the organists before me have pushed the crescendo pedal all the way ahead for hymn singing. That's what we do. And when we push the crescendo pedal all the way ahead, it kind of sounds like there's some tremolo in there, sometimes more than others. The congregation has always been singing it that way. We like it that way. That's how we're going to continue to do it. Other organists probably would not do that. Other congregations maybe do not like it that way. We like it that way. That's how we're going to do it. It's our personal preference. So the reason I'm saying this is for those of you who are not maybe comfortable in your skin yet as far as a musician, you're maybe haven't been playing organ for a long time, you're worried about what other people think. Do not be intimidated by those people who want to tell you that you're doing it wrong, or maybe that you didn't play it the way they would play it. Okay, what I would suggest to you is go ahead and listen to what they say, because especially if they've been playing a longer time than you, you can pick out some good suggestions from people. Everyone has their own suggestions, they have their own ideas, they have their own opinions. You can pull from that what you need. I have done this as well. However, if you don't agree with them and don't really care to set the organ the way they would set it, don't feel pressured to do it that way. Now, one thing I always say when I give my own opinion about this is the caveat: if you are taking organ lessons or piano lessons, listen to your teacher. I by no means want to go against what your teacher is telling you how to play. Okay, I'm just saying, if you aren't taking piano lessons and you have a little more freedom to do your creativity, because piano lessons are important. You do have to learn the basics and so forth. But if you have room to use a little creativity, don't be pressured if someone is telling you that you played it wrong. You can play it the way you want to play it. And for me, you know what? I like tremolo. So I'm going to play tremolo on some songs maybe where someone else won't. And like Seinfeld says, there's nothing wrong with that. We can play however we want to play. It is our own interpretation. Now, that's being independent, where God comes in place, since today is 4th of July, Independence Day. Where God comes into play, that's where you want to be dependent on God. For playing your music, go ahead, be independent. March to the beat of your own drum. But where God is concerned, that's where we want to be dependent. Be dependent on God. We cannot independently get to heaven on our own accord. We need God's help in everything that we do. We need help. We need God's help. So that is where we definitely want to be dependent on God. And that is the focal point, or the idea that our pastor had in the sermon today. was a good sermon. And if you would like to hear more about that, I encourage you to go to Emmanuel Lutheran YouTube channel and listen to today's service and listen to the sermon. I always put the link on my description and on my YouTube channel. I invite you to do that. So that is just my take for today, my my opinion for today. People will tell you that I do march to my own drum. I don't necessarily go with the crowd, especially where my music is concerned. All right, thank you for stopping by. The book that I used today is Suddenly Sunday, Easy Organ Music for Worship. And if you liked the video, if you liked the song, feel free to click like. And if you would like to be notified when I upload more videos, which I try to do once a week, either organ or piano, I encourage you to click subscribe and the bell. Thank you for stopping by. Enjoy your 4th of July.